All right, I'm Chris Avena with the American Outdoor News Podcast. I'm here with one of my favorite guests, Raymie Grimm from Safari Club International. Raymie, thank you so much for taking the time to come on. I know you're still winding down from the highs of the convention last week, and I got to say, you did a phenomenal job.
Well, we'll take it. And we did a phenomenal job. SCI comes together like crazy. All of the departments kind of come together in this one space, but I will take this personal time to let my team shine. There's only 13 of us, and we run everything from registration to auctions to the exhibit show floor, and they every year work their booties off. So I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Well, I got to say, for a team of 13, the event that was put on, not just the convention itself, it's the registration desk, putting together all the booths, the after hours events. I mean, there was so much to this show. If you didn't go, let me tell you something, you really missed out on something.
It was magic. You could feel it. I think the common denominator of both exhibitors and members alike who walked that show floor and then extended into the evening hours was electric. It was electric. Someone even told me, I think it was Blake Barnett who hosted our Wednesday night, he said, I haven't been to a hunting show that good in 19 years. And just, you could feel it's like, we're back, baby. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Everything is firing on all cylinders. So it was good, and I hope everybody experienced that same feeling.
Well, I got to say, I've been to SCI in Vegas. This was my first time at SCI in Nashville, and it far exceeded my expectations.
Amazing. And because our not so silent partner is the city of Nashville. I mean, it's where we go to feel that energy that the city already brings, but extend it into our event. And they're so welcoming. It is that Southern hospitality. It is that, hey, can you stay a little longer? Anybody who took an Uber, who went to a restaurant, they know that the service workers of the city and the city itself sort of opens its arms to us, and we as members repay that to them with being polite, tipping well, going to all the restaurants, seeing all the things, doing all the stuff. So I know when I talk to the service workers, they're like, you're with SCI? That's our favorite show. And I'm like, can't get sick of hearing that for sure.
Well, I tell you, you could tell that the city really embraces everybody who's attending the show.
Absolutely.
From the hotel to the restaurants, to the floor itself. I heard just one day alone, over 3,000 walk-ins signed up for SCI to attend the show. Is that true?
That's true. Yeah, we really had a grassroots campaign from our marketing perspective to try and capture that local audience as well. So if you're not only in that Nashville area, but in that driving distance, we want to make sure that you can purchase your tickets ahead of time, but you don't have to. We have a very robust on-site registration that doubled the amount of people took advantage of this year versus last year. And I think it went pretty rapidly, went pretty smoothly. I think the only complaint was we ran out of bags, which is a good complaint to have because we were not expecting the upswing of the amount of people that were there. So that's a good problem to have, that people were excited and wanted to come.
Well, I got to say, I was there in a work/play capacity. I think I recorded over a dozen podcasts while I was there, some of them before the show started in the morning. And the office that I did commandeer was in the mezzanine, so I got to look down on everything, and seeing the amount of people just converging on that front door to get there for the start of the day. I mean, the numbers were staggering.
It was amazing, and it's sort of, Field of Dreams-esque. If you build it, they will come, and they did. That great shot overlooking, I think it's from the fourth floor taken, when sort of people are going to let in the doors the first day on Wednesday, was wild. It was something that you're just like, you never know. Like, we built the party, we hope you come. And so like when the people come, we're like, they did, they made it. And it was it was electric. It was awesome, and I think our exhibitors were happy, our members were happy. They ate, they drank, they bought the hunt, they bought the
Yep.
gear. We're thrilled.
Well, it's not just a convention. It really was a party atmosphere on the floor itself. And
Agreed.
you never know who you're going to bump into.
Yep. Yeah,
I
we had
mean, there was
celebrities.
so
Yeah,
many
who did
people
you,
there.
I'm wondering, who did you actually see on the show floor? I always love to see who people ran into.
I saw Luke Bryan.
Hmm.
Didn't get a chance to speak to him. I saw, what's his name, the quarterback from the Bears.
Oh, Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler was there. I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to speak to him either.
And Jay
Um,
Cutler was part of our sweepstakes that we had there with the rig. I don't know if you remember seeing the car kind of floating from the sky.
yeah, I
That
saw
was
it.
donated by Ranch Armor, one of our
I didn't
exhibitors.
win it.
Yeah, it's awkward. I said, oh, I go. We had to put that one back because is he technically an employee? No. It was fair and square, but it was a great little sweepstakes that we partnered with Four Branches, Ranch Armor, and Outsider, which Jay Cutler's a part of. So they have him and Sam Mackey have a fantastic podcast that they also do, and they were there representing. It was a really nice co-branded event, and then Ranch Armor coming through with donating that rig, and it was actually just delivered to Texas right after the show, and he was thrilled, the gentleman who won, and it was great. I think Craig Morgan was on the show floor wandering around. Like I said, Richard Childress, all
Wow.
kinds of people, right? From NASCAR to Nashville, they were there, and they were one of us. That's the cool
Yeah.
thing about this show.
There were a
They're
couple
one.
congressmen floating around
Yep.
the floor. I did
Yep.
get to meet Governor Brian Kemp,
Yep.
whose security detail almost lumped me up for walking up to him. But
I know those two gentlemen very closely now. I know them very well, and Governor Kemp was so gracious in accepting one of the awards on Friday evening. And Nick Freitas made the rounds on the show floor, gave an amazing podcast moment with our SCI podcast, and he's a man of the people, and he loves to talk. He'll talk to anyone, anytime, anywhere. So it was nice that they actually got to participate as well.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. Plus, Melissa Bachman was there, Jim Shockey was there, Jenna Waller was there. There was so many outdoor TV celebrities on the floor. Amanda Lynn. Amanda Lynn was there. She's on the podcast. Laramie Miller. I love Laramie. I know him for over a decade, and
Yeah.
he's
Christy
going to be on the
Titus,
podcast.
yeah, Nick Hoffman. They were, yeah,
I
yeah.
saw Nick. I didn't get a chance to speak to him. He was on the run. I did a quick hello, and he was off and running.
Yeah, we
But
worked him
Nick
pretty
will be
hard.
back
Like
on.
Nick was everywhere.
Yeah,
Whether he's
Nick's
playing
a
the
great
fiddle and
ambassador.
talking about a hunt, right? So he's everywhere.
Yeah, Christy Titus. She's going to
Yeah.
be on the podcast as well. If you're an outdoor enthusiast and you watch outdoor TV, you're always out in the woods or on the run. You want to come to this show because you get to meet these people firsthand, and you find out that they're just like you and me. They're normal people.
And they're interested in you. What are you into? What can we showcase more of? What's bothering your state? How can we help? Because that really at the core of it is, it's fun. It's a party atmosphere, like you said. But at the end of the day, all of these funds are raised for advocacy, conservation, and making sure that hunting stays open and free and not inhibited by any kind of government shutdown at their will. So it is sometimes people are like, oh, it's a little pricey. I'm like, it's pricey, but
It's
we
worth it.
we expend every piece of budget at the end of the year and start fresh again, which we're doing right now. So John Party was announced on Thursday that he will be our Saturday evening performance in 2027, and the entertainment's just going to stack from there. Like 27, as good as 26 is going to be, 27 is mounting to be even better and greater, and it's because of the support of the members and the exhibitors.
Well, I mean, all the money raised, it only goes to helping our lifestyle. You're there to
Absolutely.
fight for us, and we're glad that we can, we could help. I was there for the banquet that
Friday
Donald
night.
Trump Jr. raised
Yeah.
$800,000 on one hunt.
Donald Trump Jr., Field Ethos, and Keegan, who graciously donated this hunt. It was magic. It was record breaking, as everyone sort of knows now. It's been in kind of our hunting trades, but you can't script that kind of a moment. You kind of just got to let him and Laird roam. So you kind of just go back and wait for magic to happen. And I think we really captured it that evening, and it just set the tone, for the rest of that evening and for Saturday as well in that final gala evening. So we were thrilled. It was an exciting evening, and then as we mentioned, Nick Freitas that evening, that speech that he gave was just amazing, and I think it was awesome. We're also looking to always make sure that we keep the member engaged and excited. So it's going to be something different, next year, but advocacy driven on that Friday night as well.
Well, it's always an event to look forward to. Show season is always exhausting for industry people, but for people who are just coming to book a hunt, see some old friends, find out what's happening in the outdoor industry, this is a must attend. I gotta say, it's really one of the highlights of the season.
I couldn't agree more. We're happy that you had a great time, and we're always just looking to push to the future, and our season isn't ending. I'm leaving for Spain on the 16th to attend Cinehetica in Madrid.
Yeah.
A completely different feeling. Just it's this regal moment in Madrid, and surrounded by this amazing architecture in this amazing city, with some of the best outfitters and merchants that we have over there, and it's just it's a really luxe experience. And if you haven't done that one as well, I would say put it on your books for 27. SEI is heavily invested in Cinehetica, and the partnership is just going to grow from there, and they're just fantastic to work with in Spain as well.
Well, how does it feel when everything comes together that you've worked so hard on throughout the course of the year, and it's showtime?
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop always. So I'm sort of constantly, in the events world, sort of you prepare for the worst and hope for the best. And we did not have a worst this year. My team, who again does the registration planning, the events planning, they place all of the exhibitors, and then we run all of the auctions. We're so prepared and so ready. We actually talked about it. We had maybe post-show depression a little bit, because we're like, that was a little too smooth. We're just sort of waiting for the catastrophe. But I was like, no, guys, you have to crown yourself every once in a while and give yourself a pat on the back. And I really, in our sort of staff meeting, took our team and said, take a breath, take a minute. I even wrote, I think, kind of as a recap on my LinkedIn, events really do remind me of the sand mandalas. You spend all of this time preparing this masterpiece, but you have to be ready to let it go when it's done, because the world keeps on trucking. And and I think you just have to sometimes take that beat and go, wow, that was actually amazing. Good job. On to the next thing. So
And there's no PTSD afterwards.
Absolutely. It is absolutely PTSD. I've been in events since I've been 25 years old, and mounting big sort of movie after parties to the smallest, little birthday party. All are important to the person who's throwing it, to your client, and our client is the member and the exhibitor. And I'm just excited that they had a great time, and I could not be prouder of my team. They are the people who make us shine, and sometimes they don't get recognized for that, and they work their butts off. So exciting.
What's funny to people who are not in the industry? They're like, oh, you just go to have a good time. And you know what? Yeah, we do bust our butts to do what we need to do, put together a great event or report on what's going on in the industry. But I think we are fortunate enough that we're in a fun industry where we love what we do, it's part of our identity, and you know, our work is work, but it really is fun. What the?
We're good. We're good. We got a big old poodle back here, and he's excited. But now you get to see our safe, so there you go.
There
You
you
can see
go.
him in the background right here. He's like, "Did I do that?" So
Yep,
that's our 1-year-old Charlie Poodle, and he's ginormous. So there we go.
that's great.
Yeah, no, I do think people do need to sort of take that moment, take that time, and we can see you too, baby. Take that moment, take that time, and really go, wow, that was a huge feat. But we're in the party industry too. We have to take time to celebrate and to. That's my stagehand. Thanks, honey.
Smile.
There you go. There you go. We do have to take time to celebrate ourselves. That's what, each and every event does have some form of award, whether it's for Governor Kemp or for our Hunter of the Year, or, they've done something grand to contribute to this industry, whether it's through the record book or through their own hunting. And if we don't take time to celebrate that, then what are we even doing it for? We have to recognize the member who's gone above and beyond, who's done this amazing feat. And the majority of our events, specifically on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, are focused around some sort of award moment, and a call out to say you're exceptional and we appreciate you. And the party's just the fun part. So
Yeah.
I've done parties a really, really long time, and this has been the work of my life, and the biggest challenge of my life, because like you said, we're exhausted at the end, but every time we look around on Saturday night, we make it a habit for the last 4 years to do a champagne toast with every single one of my team and go, good job. So yeah.
Yeah, you definitely have to take a second to step back and enjoy the moment, because it's really a job well done. And even the evening events, the party at Jelly Roll's place
That was my favorite event that we
it
did
was
this
so
year.
much fun.
So good. The
A little
graphics.
disappointed that he didn't show, but
Next year, we're working on it for next year. Jelly, do you watch this podcast?
how
Bunny,
about it?
text him and just see if we can come. Every year we want to keep it fresh and new, but dang, that was dang near perfect.
Yeah.
But do we go someplace else? I don't know. Should we ask the listeners? Do we go someplace else? Do we do
Well,
it at
I
Joe's
had
again?
I had dinner at Kid Rock's before I went to the Ryman.
Yeah.
And had I known we were going to be sitting on church pews, I would have brought a pad for my butt.
Yeah, those aren't the most comfy, but it's kind of like church. You kind of gotta suck it up and just deal with the cool entertainment that's to come.
It was great. I mean,
Yeah.
you had a great lineup of people. They were entertaining, engaging, which is
Yeah.
just as important.
Chris Jansen got everyone moving. Everybody sounded amazing. The auction went well. Again, it was the first time our members from that record book got to step across the stage and accept that award on the Ryman stage. So what an amazing experience for them. But again, we don't want to, we're like, do we do that again? Do we do something different? I don't know. I kind of want to keep everybody guessing for the next year.
Well,
And
that's the original Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a
The Mother
story
Church.
just to be in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the stained glass, and it really is hallowed ground, when you think about it. I know, some people may find their religion through music sometimes, and I do think that there's God's present there a lot of the times. So,
Yeah.
you can feel it when you walk in the doors.
And you think about who's been on that stage. I mean, Loretta Lynn sang on that stage.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
such history. Dolly Parton sang there.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And Dolly Parton, we're gonna try and figure out a work in. Her new hotel is opening up next year. We're gonna try and work that in to see if some members want to stay there as part of the experience. And it's just so that city is ever changing, and we want to be on the cusp of it. And we're lucky enough to be invited by them to be a part of that growing culture. And that's a big win for SCI to be a part of the conversation that Nashville has.
So what's next?
What's next? So we have Cinehetica, like I mentioned, in Madrid, Spain. Then we really move into our I wouldn't even call it our slow season. Our next big event for Safari Club International is our May board. That's when we have our lobby day. It's really, really important. We take Thursday in May. I believe it's the 9th, if I'm not mistaken, but it's the week prior to Mother's Day, and that Thursday is where we really take time to break everybody up into the state that they come from, to go and actually meet their representatives on the Hill and tell them what Safari Club International is all about. And it's why we do the convention, is in order for us to be able to have the voice that we have on the Hill on that Thursday. So our team sort of does the planning on that as well, along with our DC counterparts there, to make sure that we have all those set appointments. That's our next big one that people should be attuned to and aware that Safari Club actually does do the work, goes out and meets with the people and has conversations with them.
Do you have the numbers of the people that attended?
I do.
Ooh, what
It's
is
record breaking. I can tell you that. I do think so James, our marketing person, did do, I think, a statement that went out. The growth is really high. I will say we never really put the actual sort of number out there, just in case. We're still in the process of unfolding it, but it was record breaking by a lot last year. I want to say it was 14% over what we did last year.
Wow.
We're over 20,000 people that attend this show. I know some shows counted as like 35,000 attended. Those are probably in and out clicks. We have over 20,000, well over 20,000 organic, unique attendees that purchased a ticket to
throughout the course of the 4 days.
Yeah.
Well, if you went to the Safari Bar after the show, you
knew
there was a good number of people there.
Yeah, I mean, our numbers were huge. Wednesday last year in 25 was kind of a shocker. We weren't expecting that many people on the floor on Wednesday. It's a work day, middle of the week,
It was busy.
It was just as well attended Wednesday as Saturday. Friday is always our big day. Friday's the huge day, but I gotta say Thursday and Friday were almost neck and neck. At any given time, there were at least, 15,000 people on that show floor doing business. And I've heard from exhibitors, never have I had a show like this. I'm sold out for 2 years straight. I don't think I have to, maybe attend some of the other shows that I do because I don't have stock left. This is the show, and then we're going to plan around this one, and then prepper in all the other ones, and that does my heart good, because if you can come to one place and have that kind of success, then we've built something special here.
Yeah, you certainly did. And, I got to say, I going to a lot of shows, this was impressive. It really was. And I think what you exemplify in the show is that it's not just the meaning of our outdoor lifestyle. It's the feeling of our outdoor lifestyle. And I think that's really personified in this show.
And I think it's, maybe you don't always take your wife hunting, or maybe wives, you don't always take your husbands hunting, or maybe you don't always take your kids. This is that moment where the whole family can convene and plan and have a moment together to celebrate their lifestyle, and then recognize what's that next dream hunt, what's that next thing that they want to get for their future. Yeah. And it's a place where it all kind of comes together.
And, the family don't have to hunt with you on these trips.
Absolutely.
They can just go and be entertained and do some sightseeing while you're out in the field. There's something for everybody.
Absolutely agree. Whether it's a photo safari or just relaxing in some amazing setting and, getting a massage, like that's I'm down. So if anybody needs,
I'm ready.
I will do that also. But I think it really does. From the fashion alone for the ladies to the firearms to the guys, but I'm also a firearms girl. Those are the things that I want to see. Like, I want to go visit, Winkler knives. I want to go, get my Kuyu gear. It's all there for everybody to go and experience. And then you get to top it off with an amazing night at the Ryman, a cool night at the at Boots Beer Broadway, whether it's Jelly Rolls or another place in 27. And I gotta say, the food and the entertainment and the level of Hollywood that we bring into that ballroom each night too. I don't know if the graphics caught you this year, but we worked real hard on making that look as polished, as beautiful, and as professional as any any production that you would see on television. And I think it really came through on Friday and Saturday nights, seeing that. Even the graphics for Steyr Arms for Boots Beer Broadway, Goodnight Nashville,
Yeah.
that was next level and really gave people a sense of SCI coming into the future with their look, polish, feel, and technology. So I hope people recognize that as well. We're really working hard to make sure that that comes through.
Well, I think one of my favorite things about being in Nashville is when you walk out of the hotel, all you smell is barbecue.
Yeah. I mean, we do the HAF at Martin's Barbecue, and you can tell who went to that luncheon. And I'm like, did you come from HAF? Because I can smell you. But I mean, there might be a bad place to eat, but I've never had a bad meal in Nashville.
Me neither.
City Center does an amazing job with our food. Chef Max, shout out Chef Max, is always looking to push that boundary. But you could also just throw a rock and go to a little barbecue joint, have a great old fashioned, and have an experience, that is all your own as well. So I think the city, like I said before, has really embraced us, and I think people are really finding our home away from home in Nashville.
Well, this city's never going to let you go.
We hope not. Yeah, I mean, there's very few cities that we're thinking about, past that 33 time frame, which we're contracted in Nashville. Again, we have to think about that. Who's embracing us, and who can hold us? Because who knows, by then maybe we are in the $45,000 member attendee amounts. But we also have to understand that you show people with your dollar too, and we want to make sure that our dollar is going someplace that is appreciative of our community. And unfortunately, it's not
Bourbon
everywhere.
Street's always a fun time.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know. We'll see. There's only a few that can fold us. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to speak to us and give us a recap on the event. Again, I want to thank Safari Club International for partnering with American Outdoor News, and I also want to thank Underwood Ammo and Hunt of a Lifetime for sponsoring the podcast as well. And we look forward to what's next. Go to safariclub.org.
yep. And there's actually a QR code there. I think on the main site and on the event site as well. If you want to scan that or even log in, you can get put on the list to be the first to get information about 2027, when tickets go on sale, what the entertainment is. So I encourage everybody to go there and just get put on the list. And when we know something, you'll know something. And you never know till you go.
There you go. Thanks again.
You got it.
We love our children. We protect them. We guide them. We prepare them for life in the world. With all that we do, from deep in our hearts, we cannot control all things. Life-threatening illnesses and disabilities affect far too many of our children each year. While we cannot change the circumstance, we can make dreams come true. Dreams to provide hope, to provide spiritual healing and strength, to provide moments of happiness and relief in the hardest of times. We can give a glimmer of light and hope in a time of darkness and despair. Join huntofalifetime.org to help make dreams come true, to provide hope for children with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Hunt of a Lifetime is a nonprofit organization fulfilling dreams for hunting and fishing trips to youth 21 and under with life-threatening illnesses and disabilities. Visit huntofalifetime.org to learn how you can make a difference.